Wednesday, October 14. Welcome to CGN News. St. Lucian health authorities on Tuesday said they were investigating 2 dengue-related deaths. The Ministry of Health said the 2 persons went to a hospital where they were diagnosed. It said all the samples were tested locally for the dengue virus and also sent to the Trinidad-based Caribbean Public Health Agency for confirmation. The Ministry of Health is awaiting the confirmatory results. The ministry is appealing to persons to seek immediate medical attention if they show symptoms of the mosquito-borne disease. As of October 3, a total of 540 confirmed dengue cases had been recorded in St. Lucia. Barbados has placed Canada in the high-risk category in a new set of COVID-19 travel protocols, which go in effect on October 16. Canada has been recording a steep rise in coronavirus cases, with Ontario recording 809 new cases and Quebec 1,097 on Monday. Border restrictions have been put in place since March, and Canadians have been advised to avoid all non-essential travel out of their country. People traveling to Barbados from high-risk countries are required to have a PCR test done within 3 days before arrival and must present the negative test result. A new free online course which investigates the history of British colonial slavery in the Caribbean has been launched by the University of the West Indies, the UWI, and University of Glasgow, the UoG. The 4-week course called History of Slavery in the British Caribbean takes participants on a 350-year journey from West Africa and the Caribbean through to the UK's Windrush generation and the present day. It will be featured on futurelearn.com. Registration is open and classes went live on Monday during Black History Month in the UK. This course is a continuation of a Memorandum of Understanding signed between the universities in 2019. Cuba, China, and Russia won seats on the United Nations premier human rights body Tuesday, despite opposition from activist groups over their human rights records. Human Rights Watch strongly opposed Saudi Arabia's candidacy, saying the nation continues to target human rights defenders. They cited past abuses, including the killing of Washington Post columnist and Saudi critic Jamal Khashoggi in the Saudi consulate in Istanbul 2 years ago. Under the Council's rules, seats are allocated to regions to ensure geographical representation. The death of a 3-month-old baby separated from her jailed mother despite pleas to keep the pair together has shocked the Philippines, reports the BBC. Reina May Nasino, a human rights worker, was arrested last year in Manila. The 23-year-old found out she was pregnant during a medical examination in prison and gave birth in July. Under Philippine law, a child born in custody can remain with the mother for only the first month of their life, though exceptions can be made. The hospital where Nasino gave birth recommended the underweight baby be kept with her mother, but the prison authorities said they lacked the resources. Pharmaceutical company Johnson & Johnson on Tuesday said it would take a few days to hear from a safety monitoring panel about its review of the company's COVID-19 vaccine trial. This follows Monday's announcement that the large study had been paused due to an unexplained illness in one participant. The pause comes around a month after AstraZeneca also suspended trials of its experimental coronavirus vaccine due to a participant falling ill also. That trial remains on pause. Johnson & Johnson's vaccine effort is among the high-profile attempts to fight the coronavirus pandemic. U.S. President Donald Trump asked the Supreme Court to put a hold on a ruling that Trump's accountant must immediately turn over tax records to a New York State prosecutor. The court could block it temporarily or allow the immediate enforcement of a subpoena issued by Manhattan District Attorney Cyrus Vance Jr. Even if the court rules against Trump, the records would normally not be made public but turned over to Vance's office. The court previously prevented the records from being turned over while the case proceeded. The justices in July rejected Trump's argument that he is immune from investigation while he holds office. Up to a third of people in certain countries may believe novel coronavirus misinformation and be less open to immunization, scientists said Wednesday. They warned that development of a vaccine may not be enough, an AFP report stated. Surveys conducted in the UK, US, Ireland, Mexico, and Spain found that some of the false COVID-19 stories had taken root in substantial sections of the population. The World Health Organization has warned that the pandemic has been accompanied by a damaging infodemic. The study found that most participants believed that the virus was deliberately engineered in a laboratory in Wuhan, where the epidemic first emerged. Twitter has suspended a number of fake accounts purporting to be owned by black supporters of U.S. President Donald Trump. The social media giant said the accounts broke its rules on spam and platform manipulation. Many of the accounts used identical language, including the phrase, "Yes, I'm black and I'm voting for Trump." Twitter has not specified the number of accounts suspended so far or the source of them. It said it was continuing to investigate the activity and may suspend additional accounts if they were found to be violating its policies. The investigation was first reported by the Washington Post. Efforts are continuing in Tanzania to extinguish a fire that has broken out on the slopes of Mount Kilimanjaro, the highest peak in Africa. Members of the Tanzania National Parks Authority and local people have been struggling to put out the blaze, which began on Sunday. Their efforts have been hampered by the altitude, as well as strong winds and dry weather, which have caused the fire to spread fast. The cause of the fire is not clear, but the BBC reports that there is speculation that the flames could have spread from a fire used to prepare food for tourists. That's it for CGN News. I'm Scott Wilson. Thanks for watching.